Yes, it's Monday. Monday is the first official work day of the week, and this is the platform, the pinnacle of all discussions. Of course, it is Flow 94.9 FM, the flow of God's own state. The platform runs every Monday, every Wednesday, and also every Friday. It is still part of our morning show right here, the one we call Morning Spies on the flow of God's own state. This is the discussion segment. We look at those critical issues for you. We dissect them with the help of our panelists and analysts so that you make better decisions in the nearest future. My name is Michael Oni. This morning, we're looking at the plight of pensioners in Nigeria, but this time around, the peculiarity is about Abia State. And why are we focusing on Abia State? Not because we're broadcasting from Abia State only, but each state has come up with a smarter way of managing the situation to ensure that our senior citizens do not suffer unnecessarily, while the seeming shortage in available revenue for government due to dwindling oil prices has not helped matters. But the senior citizens need help as well. Recently in Abia State, a chieftain of the All Progressives Grand Alliance, Abia Chief Chikwe Udensi'S, offered to assist the government in paying the pensioners' backlog of their entitlements. But we understand that the program suffered a hitch, quite unfortunate, and there was controversies surrounding the nominal role of the list of the pensioners in the state. Anyways, we want to find out from the horse's mouth this morning, and later we shall be speaking with the representative of the pensioners in the state, and that will form the basis of our conversation this morning on the platform, the pinnacle of all discussions on Flow 94.9 FM. So welcome on board. My name is Michael Oni. Joining us this morning is a chieftain of the All Progressive Grand Alliance, Chikwe Udensi'S, of course, the man behind this assistance that is to be offered for the pensioners in Abia State. We want to have an idea of what is happening concerning this. Glad to have you join us this morning, Sir Chikwe Udensi'S.
Thank you for having me. The network is horrible.
Very bad. Now, I think we can have a smooth conversation like this. Why the initiative? Why are you offering palliative for pensioners in Abia State?
I did not initiate it.
Okay.
I did not initiate it. I was on for 4 weeks ago. I was on a program on the Open Parliament.
Okay.
And a caller came in, Mr. Chinedu Obilo, who is popularly called Yerioba. He came and informed us on the platform that there's very big problem with the pensioners in Abia State, as it has to do with their pension payments. So we asked him to find out what it is on Open Parliament, Love FM. It was based on this that we realized that there was an enormous problem, serious problem associated with the payments of pensioners in the state. And they have not been paid for 21 months. When somebody puts in 35 years of his youth to the service of his state and the nation, and then when he cannot fend for himself anymore, nobody is talking to him about his pension. That is why we came in, and we decided to help. That is how it all started. It's not my initiative. It is the initiative of Mr. Chinedu Obilo, popularly called Yerioba, on a parliament program.
Okay, if I may ask, what is the palliative about? Can we have the details of the palliative?
We wanted to find out how many pensioners we have, so we can be able to see if it is what we can carry, and then how much we are able to help them with. And we also wanted to make sure we are helping only indigent pensioners.
Okay.
Some pensioners are richer than my humble self, so we said let us just put money where the needs are. That is how I came out. That is how we all started. And it all went into a very big problem with the state government because they did not want it to happen.
Okay, when you say it has gone into a big problem with the state government, can we have the details? Because we've also been on this, and some of these pensioners have complained.
The state government have directed the pension team, the heads of the pension team, not to cooperate with us, not to give us any information. In fact, the chairman of the pension union began to use some kind of derogatives, saying that we shouldn't do what we're doing. And in fact, the last time I was told by Ms. Obila that they are requesting that whatever money we have for the pensioners should be given to them to distribute to the pensioners. How can that happen? We already know that they are doing a very poor job right now. How can we escalate very poor job they are doing by giving them more money to give to pensioners? So what we are doing now is to make sure we get the records of pensioners ourselves. We must have to find a way to help them. And we want to start by the first week in December to help them so that we can put something on the table for them for Christmas.
Interesting. Now, some issues are being raised because we've tried our own background checks here, and we've done it, and the NUP came out and said there is a chain of command that you as an individual should have reached out to them. I don't know if you've reached out to them, Sir Chikwe.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did severally. We reached out to the
Nigeria Union of Pensioners, Abia State Council.
Yes. But they refused initially, according to what you can verify from Mr. Obila, from Chinedu Obila. They refused to cooperate with him. They didn't want to hear from him at all. So that was the initial problem. And in fact, Chinedu Obila informed me that they said that government have warned them not to cooperate with them. So if that is the situation, what do we do? Are we going to stop the palliative we want to give? No, we're not going to stop it. We're certainly going to make sure that the palliative gets to where it ought to get to.
Okay, let's get the basis of this initiative, because some persons are adding political coloration to it. You know, you being a member of the All Progressive Grand Alliance, which is an opposition party in the state, saying maybe it is for political gains. I don't know how you want to react to that line of thought.
Well, like I told you earlier, I did not initiate it. But if they say it is for political gains, let them benefit in the first instance. I did not initiate it. It was initiated by Mr. Obila. However, for whatever reason it is, let pensioners get some money. Whatever you call it. If you call it eye service, let us use this eye service to make sure the pensioners benefit. If you call it whatever name you call it politics. But let us use politics to make sure the pensioners are paid. That's what I'm saying. I did not initiate it. It was initiated by somebody else, but I support it. In fact, it has opened my eyes into the sufferings of the pensioners in the state. If anybody is wanting to stop this help and calling it names, they are being unfair. They are being wicked. They are being dishonest. Allow the pensioners who are suffering right now to benefit from anybody. Even if you want devil to bring money and give to them, let the devil bring the money and give to them. They are suffering. They are in trouble.
Now
they are hungry.
The hiccups,
they are dying.
The hiccups and the hitches that you've come across in the process of helping, of course, helping the pensioners in Abia State, will it stop you from the palliative you intend giving them?
You don't even know who I am. It would never stop me. It will energize me the more to make sure I help them. It will make me make more sacrifices in ensuring that I put funds across to help them. In fact, this crisis initiated by the government have made me see more of the problems. Over 35% of these pensioners are already disabled. They are most of them cannot even move around. So we are also wanting to find a situation where we can reach them. That is why we are saying, let us not have a situation where they gather everywhere, all of them gathered in one position. No. Let us have a situation where we can reach them through their accounts. We have gotten some local governments. We have gotten right now about 6 local governments.
Okay.
Out of the 17 local governments. So we shall commence with the ones we have while awaiting the other local governments to bring their list. However, we are going to verify these lists with the banks, and we have commenced the process of making sure that these are genuine pensioners. And with the little we have, we shall give to them to help them. The group that came to my office some 2 weeks ago We gave them some pantry 10,000 each. And some of them were saying that their pension is even twice less than what I have given them. Some are earning 4,000 naira, some are earning 7,000. 7,000 as pension, and you cannot pay them. And they're hungry, they are dying, they cannot take themselves the medical treatments. Excuse me. What could be more wicked? What could be more dishonest? If anybody is bringing money, let us take the money from them. In fact, if Boko Haram brings money for pensioners, we shall collect money from Boko Haram and pay the pensioners. They are dying, for goodness sake. And if the state government is going to have this kind of wicked attitude, an attitude of refusing even anybody who wants to help them, let anybody who wants to help them come. I've appealed to all public spirited Abians. I've appealed to all of them, come and help the pensioners. They are dying, they are suffering. They can't even take care of themselves anymore. This is unfortunate, and it is very disheartening. Very, very disheartening. Nobody can stop me. Nobody can stop me. I'm going to make sure the little I have, the little help I can have, I don't care what name they put to it. I don't care what name they call me. I will make sure I help the pensioners, period.
Okay, just before I let you go this morning, because we're aware of your very busy schedule and you creating time to speak to us despite that very busy schedule. Now, just before I let you go, we want to ask you how the other pensioners are going to benefit from it. I mean, those that are not yet on the list that you have and they intend to benefit from it. And unfortunately, these hiccups might not allow their names to be on the list that you have already.
Fortunately, we have telephone numbers attached to them. That is why I'm recruiting staff right now, competent staff, to help us to sieve the wheat from the rest of the grains.
Okay.
Let us make sure that those we are helping are those who are in need. Not just every pensioner. You can see some of these retired palm secs that have so much money with them, that have so much properties everywhere. Are we going to give them some more money? No. We're talking about indigent pensioners. Those pensioners that have genuine need. That's where we are concentrated. So we are commencing the process of sieving the wheat, like I said, from the shaft. We have to make sure that those we are going to help are those who are really in need. We have commenced that. We are making calls. And let me use this opportunity to tell Abian pensioners, do not listen to anybody who tells you you don't need my help. If they have the monies to pay you, they can pay you. Then you don't need me. But if they cannot help you and somebody wants to help you, please do not listen to that nonsense. Don't listen to that. It is just wicked. I'm urging them to please, those who have need and those we can reach, we are going to help them, and we're going to do it as soon as we can by December.
All right. We want to really appreciate you for speaking to us this morning, Sir Chikwe Udensi, of course, Interpol system expert and, of course, a chieftain of the All Progressive Grand Alliance. Thank you very much for speaking to us this morning on the platform.
Thank you very much. We are Interpol. I just had to steal our time to talk to you.
All right.
Have a nice day, my dear.
Thank you so
very
much. Thank you so much. We do appreciate you. All right. It is still the platform, the pinnacle of all discussions right here on Flow 94.9 FM. So that forms the basis of our conversation this morning. The conversation has started, so you have an idea of what is happening. We're still going to speak with the representative of the Nigeria Union of Pensioners to have their own side of the story. And of course, the man Sir Chikwe said is behind this, and some of the hiccups he has come across during the process of getting the list. He has the details. He has shared some of those details with us also on the state of the nation. Reason we are staying on this issue so as to find a lasting solution to the plight of the pensioners in Abia State. It is still the platform, the pinnacle of all discussions, right here on Flow 94.9 FM. Joining us this morning on the platform to have the other side of the story, of course, the other side of the issue we're talking about this morning, so as to have a balanced conversation, is Chief John Ekwendu, the acting chairman of the Nigeria Union of Pensioners, Abia State Council. Chief, good morning to you, and thank you very much for joining us.
Good morning. Good morning. How are you?
I'm fine. Glad to have you join us. Let's begin the conversation. Are you aware of the palliative that Chief Chikwe Udensi intends to give your members in the state?
Yes, the union had the information on the 13th of October this year. 3 young men came to our office and informed us that a philanthropist wanted to give a pensioners palliative.
Okay.
We welcomed them, but after their talks, I asked them who that person is. None of them told us the name of the person. And I also asked them, which party do you belong? I asked 3 of them. They said no party, no party, no party. Well, we started to believe that it must be a philanthropist indeed. Then they requested for the list of pensioners in Abia State. And the secretary made them to know that it was not all that possible to give them the list as requested. And that before that is done, there must be a state council of the union. State council is representatives from all the 22 branches of the union, chairman and secretaries. That is the highest organ of the union. And whatever decision they take, then the ESCO will work on that. So, what the union did was to give them, because they demanded the population, the secretary gave them about 18,000 pensioners, and that the government spends about 950 million monthly on payment of pensions. That they took it away. Then, surprisingly, after 2 weeks or so, pensioners started calling us, asking us whether we were aware of the proposed palliative to pensioners of Abia State. We could not answer anything because it was a big surprise to us that what we discussed with 3 young men had gone to the branches. Then we kept quiet watching until pensioners started to complain. In fact, one woman had an accident when she was to go to exact 98 Macaulay Street or 89, whichever. And the union got worried. That made us to convene emergency council of chairmen of all the branches. I think that was on the 11th. We brought the matter before them. They themselves were aware of what was going on, because they are at the branches, and the men in question went to those branches to collect names. So many of them rejected. They said no, they will not until they hear from their union. So that's how we saw it. And
Okay.
with the 18,000 pensioners, about 18,000 given to them, and the 950 million naira per month given to them, nothing was heard about it. I'm
Okay,
sure
so
they did nothing with it.
Chief, let's look at the nitty-gritty of these issues. There are insinuations and allegations against you in person that the state government tried frustrating the release of the pensioners list using you as a person. I don't know how you want to react to that also, Chief.
Even since that day, my eyes have not seen any government official than to talk of going to any of their offices. We are rather annoyed that Wednesday last week, the Commissioner for Finance promised paying pensions. And from that Wednesday till this last Thursday, he promised, no, Wednesday week before last, he told us he would pay between Wednesday week before last and this last Thursday. No payment was done. we got annoyed, and I called him personally and said, Mr. Commissioner, why have you disappointed us? In fact, he was very sorry and begged that in the next 1 or 2 days that he would start payment. That was the only communication I had with any government official.
Why is it difficult for Sir Chikwe Udensi getting the pensioners list? Because we spoke with him earlier, and he said there are hiccups, there are issues, especially with the NUP Abia State Council, that there are issues and they are trying to frustrate. Okay, what is the problem?
There are no issues. We cannot frustrate it, since it is going to give succor to our pensioners, because we know that we are all suffering. I'm a pensioner. We are all suffering. So any man, any woman, any organization that has a heart to give to help pensioners, I as an individual must not be against it. The union must not be against it.
So why is this one making so much noise in the media, talking about the issue of releasing the list? It is not being released, it has not been released, and the back and forth between the philanthropist and the NUP in Abia State?
What made it so is the type of people that came to our office. We know them as dangerous politicians who can spoil things, issues. That is just that. We know them. If they had come back to the office and discussed second time with us, such issues shouldn't have been escalated. It could have been done in a very peaceful and gentle manner.
Let's try understand this. Are there processes to be followed if palliatives are to be given to pensioners in the state? Maybe you should let us into some of those processes so that we have an idea of where they got it wrong.
The process is as simple as ABC.
Okay.
The process is that if the man that proposed the palliative had come to the office and said, please, I want to do this, then the only thing we do in order to avoid scandal, to avoid looting, to avoid anything bad that would come out of it, we invite the branch chairmen and secretaries and said, these are the materials brought by such a person. They themselves will stay in the office and the sharing will be done equally.
Okay, in a situation, it is a financial.
To give you an instance,
in a situation, just a moment, Chief. In a situation, the palliative is a financial assistance rather. What do you do in such a situation where numbers are to be provided? I mean, bank accounts are to be provided. What do you do? How do you get that? Do you have the list of the pensioners in the state and with their bank accounts?
Definitely, the office has the list of pensioners of Abia State. Because recently, March this year, we did a sort of a verification. The union did a sort of verification by herself. So, let me give you an instance.
Okay.
In 2018, the governor brought some bags of rice. It was not less than 200 bags of rice and some cash. I, as the chairman or vice chairman that time, even my chairman who is now late, and the members of the executive, we are only watching when the branch chairman and secretaries were doing the sharing. Okay. We don't involve ourselves in that. So I am talking of whether cash or kind. The branch chairman and secretaries will do the sharing themselves so that nobody will feel cheated.
Okay, great. So how can we find a lasting solution to this hiccup right now? Because the philanthropist is insisting that he's going ahead. So how can you make it smooth for the pensioners? Because you've accepted that the pensioners in Abia State are suffering from non-payment of their pensions in the state. So how can we find a lasting solution? Are you ready? Is the union ready to give the list to the philanthropist for the needful to be done?
If he comes to the office, we will definitely sort it out. And we must invite our branch chairman, if not other people. Because we don't do things for our selfish interest. We don't do that at all. Because we are all old men and the women.
Okay. And just before I let you go, Chief, this morning, the issues on ground now, does it has anything to do with him being a member of the All Progressive Grand Alliance in Abia State? I mean, Sir Chikwe Udensi.
You mean Chief Udensi?
Yes.
His errand men did not tell us that he belonged to any party. They didn't inform us that he is of the Abga. It was after 2 days he was being interviewed, I think at the Family Love FM, that I listened to him and recognized that sometimes he made attempts to run for governorship race. Therefore,
okay.
Whatever he's doing, in fact, we don't look at it from the political aspect of it.
Okay.
Rather, from a philanthropist that wants to help pensioners. Pensioners have heard it, and anyone stopping any palliative, even if it means 2,000 naira to them, that person will see his eyes.
Okay,
yes.
As NUP, I mean, you're heading that union, you are heading the union in Abia State. Is the organization partisan, some sort of priority to maybe a particular political party?
It is not partisan whatsoever. It is not partisan. And if Udensi is trying to use the union to build his political road, well, that might also give us another thought.
Okay. Anyways, I want to appreciate you this morning, Chief John Ekpendo, the acting chairman of the Nigerian Union of Pensioners, Abia State Council. Thank you very much for speaking to us this morning on the platform. We do appreciate you. All right, there you have both sides, and we will also reach out to the Fayoshe, of course, Iyeri Oba, like he calls himself, so as to have an idea of those hiccups that he told us that he met when he tried getting the list before we throw the lines open. Glad to have you join us. Good morning to you and welcome to the platform on Flow FM.
Good morning, Michael.
Yes, quickly, you heard from both sides, Sir Chikwe Udensi and also the NUP man. I hope we're going to find a solution to this quickly, very soon, so that we can give these palliatives. Of course, it will be given to the pensioners and those in need.
Okay. Okay. Let me start by the chairman of it's my father knowing something. Let me start. Not an area, and I've been advisor, and also the general. Everybody know I'm very happy. What would you say this to? What would you say? So APC, I beg to buy us.
The network is very, very bad. Maybe we'll reach out to you. We will definitely reach out to you before we wrap up the program this morning. 0808 182 6949. 0811 605 2949. You can also drop messages on 0906 510 8289. We're going to reach out to him before we wrap up the program this morning. You can join the conversation also by dropping your messages on our Facebook page. We're live on Facebook.
Michael.
Hello, good morning to you.
Yeah, I'm George from Abia.
All right, George, good morning.
Michael, you see what Mr. John was saying when you asked him what the problem was. He told that he asked Yoruba whether the party they belong to, but someone belongs to party before they will release the list. The issue here is Abia pensioners suffering? Yes. But someone belongs to any political party before you release any list. This is unfair. Is it because he's benefiting from the wickedness of the government? This is unfair. It's not good. My own grandma is here. He's suffering. Tomorrow we start calling Buhari. While our own brother here to be cannot be able to see to their own 3,000 naira of pension. This is wickedness.
All right.
Wickedness.
All right, thank you for sharing your thoughts with us. Hello, good morning to you.
Good morning, Michael.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. This is Victor Emmanuel. In the book, I'm calling from Abia.
All right, Mr. Victor.
Yes, I am happy this morning that Mr. Udensi'S has stated his position clearly. But I have expected that you should have asked the chairman of the Nigerian Pensioners Abia State. Tell him exactly what Mr. Udensi'S wanted to do. Mr. Udensi'S, from what he stated, he didn't say that he's going to give palliative to all the pensioners. He maintained that there are those of them that are suffering. Those are the people that are going to receive this palliative from him. And I want you to make it straight. Let every pensioner understand that it's not just for every pensioner, but for those ones who needed this help. Because not all the pensioners have the same problem. Those ones that are paid little, from between 4,000 to 10,000 naira, they need this help. That is what I want you to actually make it straight. Let it be known to them, and let them stop all forms of politics they are playing with it.
All right, thank you.
Let them remove politics from it. Let this man do what he wants to do.
All right, thank you for sharing.
And for teachers, the same thing applies to teachers too. They are suffering. If you look at what is going on, the governors are in the office for almost 78 months.
All right, we need to get other persons on the line.
Are being owed 17 months.
Thank you for sharing your thoughts with us. All right. I think we have a fire show for Honhu Land back. Yes, can you hear me now? Okay, we have issues with your network. So quickly, can you share your side of the story before we return to the phone lines?
Yes, I think everybody here.
Yeah.
This man, I think I want to know.
Oh, we're still finding it difficult to hear you.
Let me call you from now.
All right, we will get back to you. Hello, good morning to you. Welcome to the platform.
Welcome, Michael Oni.
Good morning.
This is Lom and the Prophet from Mumbai.
All right, lawman.
Yes. First, I like the way you people balance your reportage. You're doing excellently well. God will richly bless you.
Amen.
If only our honorable philanthropist is not doing it because of politics, I will support him. But if he's doing it in order to gain political influence among the pensioners, I will not support it. There is nothing wrong in one doing good. When God has blessed you or over-blessed you and you decide to share some to indigent ones, there is nothing wrong in it. But let us not play politics with it. But I pray that it will not be politics and God will bless you. Thank you very much.
Thank you for sharing your thoughts with us. Hello.
Hello, Michael. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you loud and clear now. So, you heard the NUP chairman, and I think you were part of the team that met with the leadership of the Nigerian Union of Pensioners. Maybe you should reveal your side of the story with us this morning so that the listener can have better decisions to take.
Yeah, that man, the president is my father. I will not insult him. He called me an area boy. I'm not an area boy. Which I've told you, I've been a deputy chairman, I've been an advisor, I've been a president. So I'm not an area boy. And let me tell you, this is not politics. Who knows me knows me. I don't belong to Abia. I am an APC member. And the man you are talking about is in Abia. I pleaded to this man because of what I saw. Michael, I saw an old man came here, I want to buy a truck. If they give him a dog of 700 naira, he cannot pay. He have 200 naira. And I paid for that dog. The man complained a bit. In fact, luckily for me that day, this man is unfair.
Okay,
And I pleaded, I did not.
let's get straight to the nitty-gritty, Fayosho Hunhun Land. What have you done?
Let me tell you,
have you
I
met with them?
went to the office of the pensioners with the entire executives, and I told him why I'm here. The first question he asked me is that which party did I belong to? Which party that the man want to do the palliative belongs to?
And what
Why
was your
he ask that
response?
question?
What was your response?
I told him this is not a party issue. This is Chief Udensi. He want to help your people. That is what I told him. Finally, he told me that that he's here to represent the government of power that I know. I told him, no, you need to represent your people, not government of power. If you represent the government of power, tell the government to pay these people. When these people were telling me from 1 year, they're paying them half year, from 1 month, half month to 40%. I told him, talk to government. That is why you are here. If you don't want to do it, give me the list. Not that this man want to. He said, as you go and bring the money, cash. So he will tell his people to come, they will share it. I told him, no, this man want to pay through bank. They asked me how much this man want to pay. I said, this man said the number of people, if it is less, he will pay like 50,000 each of them. If it is high, he will pay like 30,000. I told him everything. He told me to go and tell the man to bring the money. Okay, since then he said, let me tell you something now. He said they will get back to me. Ask him. As you get back to me, they collected my number. What I hear said, his fellow executive has been calling me since then that they summoned him to government house. I don't want to call somebody's name. They summoned the government house to frustrate this effort. So if really he wants to help his people, why can't he call me since then? He has my number.
All right.
Why? What is delaying him? Why did he want to frustrate the people? Let him challenge me.
All right.
No, let me know.
It should not be a matter of challenge. We're trying to find a solution to this, anyways.
That is what I'm talking about.
Anyways,
let them tell me, give me the thing. You will see the man is ready to pay, and he will pay. Nothing will stop it. I don't do anything that I cannot finish. Go and ask me.
All right.
My brother, you will not understand.
Thank you for sharing your thoughts with us this morning. Good morning to you. Welcome to the platform.
Good morning, my friend.
You're welcome. Good morning.
Yes. You see, the problem is that we don't tell ourselves the truth. If you ask any pensioner in Abia, I have more than 10 of them around me. So I know what is happening. They will tell you that the worst thing that has ever happened to them is the people they call their union leaders. That is the truth about it. And if you look at it, is the union that is playing politics with the life of these pensioners. If you ask, there is a rumor that's going on. Is true that even these people that have got themselves, they have, all of them have got their gratuity, that they get their pension every month. Government pays them because they are agents of the government. And if you look at what some time ago, the pensioners wanted to go on a demonstration. They went to the police, asked, to obtain permission. This is the same young people colluded with the police. They asked those people to come on the police vessel. They went there, they arrested them and detained them. So that demonstration, some time ago, they said they were doing verification. After the verification, that around January, over 80% of those people they said they verified, they said they were ghost pensioners. These senior leaders were there.
All right.
For many months, they were not fed. So my advice to Udensi is that he can do whatever thing he's doing without the union.
All right, thank you.
Have papers that he can use to identify them, so that he can say to them, direct to their bank.
Thank you for sharing your thoughts with us. We do appreciate you. Hello, good morning to you. That didn't pull through. Keep your calls coming. We've got messages also this morning. All right, let's see this one. Chima writing from Ungokpala in Imo State. Good morning, Mr. Presenter. Must you belong to any party before you help pensioners? Please advise the NUP chairman. This one says Chief Udensi'S should go ahead with his humanitarian aid to the pensioners. Politics or no politics, Kanu Zomba from Isekweto. Good morning, Oni. That pension chairman Okay, that's an allegation which you cannot prove. Nothing explains why he hasn't led a protest till this moment. Look at what his counterparts in other states are doing. They are dragging their respective governors to court or protest. And Mr. John, you are not being sincere. All right. Michael, good morning. Why is it that we politicize everything in Abia? Timothy from Ohafia. Mike, I have lost confidence in the NUP leadership. My children are out of school. It is 3 years now. I can't access Medicare. If they are not comfortable with our situation, will the governor have allowed it to linger? Mrs. Chika. This one says, the Palliative NUP chairman said government gave retirees in 2018, didn't get to many retirees. That's coming from Ben. All right, let's get more reactions on the phone lines. Hello, good morning to you. Welcome to the platform.
Hello, good morning, Michael.
Good morning.
All
right, Mr. Prince.
Like whoever that goes to equity must go with English. My chef goes to the first person that you see, second person year robber and then the other man. What do you call him? The first person that spoke.
Yes, Chikwe.
Chikwe there also. Please, I believe that two of them are opposition to the government of other states. And what they are doing, any marriage that's started with falsehood can never go on. They told the MPC chairman first. When the man asked them which party they belong to, they didn't tell the man the truth. Now the truth is surfacing. My take to the MPC chairman, that's the pension chairman, please, in as much as you are looking for a baby, you don't need to abuse yourself to having sex with a madman. Please ensure that you follow up with government policies. Let me be open to the entire world. Abia State is the highest paid in the Southeast. There's no state in the Southeast that pays like Abia State does. So anybody that's telling us he will do this, he will do that, those are falsehood. So let the FPC follow up with their government policies.
All right.
And ensure that they get what they get from government instead of receiving gift from the Greek world. That's my take. May God bless my brother.
All right, thank you for sharing your thoughts with us. Hello, good morning to you. Welcome to the platform.
Hello, good morning.
You're welcome. Good morning to you.
It's okay for Chinedu. I'm calling from Umai.
All right.
I think what we are talking about here concerns life, more especially lives of our parents. And I don't think there's anything that has to stop giving them flower to smell because they have suffered for the state. So if anybody wants to give them palliative, it should not be politicized. I believe such person is doing it to complement the effort of the government. So please let them support him and every other person who want to help out. Let them not politicize anything concerning this gesture. That is my take this morning.
All right, thank you very, very much for your take. On the SMS, on the Facebook page, David Ejike says, good morning, I'm Ejike from Unsulu. Please, my prayer is that Udensi is for God to strengthen him and make every resources he intends using on our senior citizens available. Ovuna Dickland from watching from Ebonyi State. Naya Andieze, Abia State Chairman, NUP Union Pensioners, may be trying to frustrate that palliative to pensioners for political reasons. I was present during the discussions in his office. Prince Richard says, productive morning to you. Please, people like Mr. Udensi should be given the opportunity to show love to the pensioners since the state government has failed to do the needful. Did you, watching live from Umahia, please, Udensi should be given access to pensioners list here in Abia because it is an opportunity for our retired parents to have right now to smile while waiting on the day the government will remember them. Chinedu Okafo says, the truth is that there is no champion that can last forever. Pensioners today were active workers years back. How you treat them determine how active workers will be treated tomorrow. These men and women contributed to what the present people enjoy today. God bless you, sir. Udensi for complimenting the effort of the state government. I still urge the government to see to the plight of the pensioners. All right, those are the messages we can take. The conversation continues later on this evening by 8:30 p.m. on the State of the Nation. Many thanks for joining us this morning. Don't forget, the conversation continues on our Facebook page, Flow 949 FM. Many thanks to my producer, Samson Eze. and Tayolu Akinloton, and also the guys behind the visuals on our Facebook page, Solomon, Stanley, and Chinedu. Do enjoy the rest of your day. My name is Michael Oni.